If you want to turn a bitmap image into a clean, scalable vector inside Photopea, this tutorial is going to walk you through the easiest automatic method step by step. This is especially useful for logos, icons, line art, and graphics with solid colors, because vectorizing helps you resize artwork without losing quality. So if you've ever wanted to make an image sharper, cleaner, and more editable, you're in the right place. Before we jump in, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more simple design tutorials just like this. It really helps the channel and it lets you find more Photopea guides whenever you need them. Alright, let's get started. First, open your browser and go to Photopea. Once Photopea loads, you'll need to bring in the image you want to vectorize. To do that, go up to the top left menu and click File, then choose Open. Find the image on your computer and upload it into Photopea. After it opens, you should see your image placed on the canvas. Now take a look at the Layers panel on the right side of the screen. Make sure the image layer is selected. This is important because Photopea needs to know exactly which layer you want to vectorize. If you have multiple layers, just click the correct one so it becomes active. With the image layer selected, go to the top menu again, click Image, and then choose Vectorize Bitmap. This is the automatic vectorization tool inside Photopea, and it is designed to convert raster images into vector shape layers. Once you click it, a settings window will pop up. Inside this pop-up, you'll see a few options that control how the final vector result looks. The first one is Adjust Colors. If you lower this number, Photopea will create cleaner and simpler vector shapes. This is usually best if you want a neat logo-style result. If you raise the number, Photopea will try to preserve more of the original shades and color detail, which can be helpful if your image has more variation. Next, you'll see Reduce Noise. This setting helps control how smooth or detailed the edges are. Depending on your image, you can check or uncheck it to see what gives you the best result. If your image has a lot of tiny, unwanted specks or rough edges, reducing noise can help clean it up. If the artwork is already simple and crisp, you may want to keep it as clean as possible. Take a moment to think about the kind of image you're working with. If it's a bold logo with only a few colors, lower color settings usually work very well. If it's a more detailed icon or illustration, you may need to experiment a little to find the best balance between accuracy and simplicity. The good news is that Photopea makes this process fast, so it's easy to test and adjust. Once you're happy with the settings, click OK. Photopea will then process the image and automatically generate a folder of scalable vector shape layers. That means your original bitmap has now been converted into editable vector content. You can zoom in much farther without the image becoming blurry, which is one of the biggest advantages of vector graphics. After the vectorization is complete, you can open the generated folder in the Layers panel and inspect the individual vector shapes. Depending on the image, Photopea may create multiple layers or group shapes that you can edit separately. This is helpful if you want to move pieces around, recolor them, or fine-tune the design later. If the result looks a little too complex, don't worry, just go back and try the vectorize process again with slightly different color or noise settings. The goal is to get a result that is clean, usable, and easy to work with. For logos and simple graphics, you'll usually get the best results when you keep things minimal. And that's it. You've now learned how to vectorize an image in Photopea using the automatic Vectorize Bitmap feature. It's quick, beginner-friendly, and perfect for turning simple graphics into scalable artwork. If this tutorial helped you out, please give the video a like and subscribe for more Photopea tips, design tricks, and easy editing tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.